see what it looks like in YouTube. Welcome everybody to the Bookmap Academy meeting. This is something we do every Thursday, and it's very different venue here. Is a coaching and mentoring program and a pathway for you guys to journal your trades and get feedback. And then we open the mic for you. So we really want to kind of listen to you. What do you have to say? We kind of step back and try to give the best feedback that we can from your chart markups. And there's a lot more to it than just that. If you go to bookmap.com and then you click on the More button here and you go to Bookmap Academy here under the community, you can read through this. There's a pathway here, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You can get Bookmap for free after creating quality content for a while. Well, it doesn't have to be a while, but you have to make a qualitative and quantitative threshold. It's just one per day. But once you go through this process, and get started here, then you can get Bookmap for free. You can also get add-ons for free, as well as data for free once you become a coach. And you can even become a streamer from Bookmap. All right, so that's the program. This is the process we go through, understanding from the top-down impetus of what's moving the market, understanding our key levels on the higher time frames, the technical levels. And this can also be moving the market. It could be just technicals, but most of the time it is the news. It is the impetus. Then developing strategies and scenarios around that. And then finally down to our setup. We have a checklist. We grade it. We determine the risk. And then we wait for order flow to lend its hand, give us the insight for execution and trade management. And then this is a subset of the pilot or the Bookmap Academy, this pilot program that we put together, and it's way more focused, and it's about building an edge, because a lot of traders that I come across, they don't have an edge, and they don't know how to make one either. The pilot program is designed to change that. We have a structured process that will allow you to get much better at that, and you will start to build your edge through experience. All right, let's go through the disclosures and let's jump in. General disclosure: all Bookmap limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Let's see, a quick question over here in YouTube. Can anyone join the Academy pilot program? Anyone can join the Academy and the pilot program. You're going to need to have Bookmap, though, basically. I mean, heck, for the Academy, you could even use the free version and look at Bitcoin and join the Academy. You should, I mean, it's not going to be too helpful potentially. You should have a live version where stocks and futures or whatever kind of markets you're looking at. So you'll likely need to have a paid copy of it. For the pilot program, you will definitely need to have a paid copy of version of Bookmap, because we'll be using some of the tools in there for the pilot program. It's required. All right, Villa Joey. All right, guys, let's jump in here, and we will start off with David. And let me find David here. Okay, and let's see who's in the room here. Duzman. All right, you've got Duzman, right, David? So we will start right there, and he is in the room. So let's invite him up. And
some fantastic charting here, Bruce, got to say, by Duzman.
He's really been putting in so much effort, and it's great to see. Welcome, Duzman, and instruct me what to do here, David.
Yeah, sure. So if we could start with the H4 chart, which is the one your mouse is hovering over. So yeah, if I can just reiterate that, Duzman, fantastic. Good evening. Fantastic charting, writing up, annotation. You've
Thank you.
numbered the charts. You've got the time zones on there. They really are sort of textbook charts. It's really, really nice. This context chart, Bruce, is great. It's lovely to see. Got Steve Nissen hammer candle there at the bottom, the red one, Bruce. I know you're not a massive fan of candles. That's the one. Yeah, there you go. But they are good. They are good. Maybe I say that because when I started trading 1,000 years ago, when Fred Flintstone was around, you had this is what you relied on. You relied on that. You relied on this stuff. So it's good. So I love the context you've got here, Duzman. I'll throw you the mic in a moment, so you can see that white box there. That is the action that we're trading here, Bruce. Where it's got the 4-hour chart level in sort of the middle of the chart. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you think of where the chart was at that time, it's sort of in a downtrend. So I can see his head is more of like we're going to be short in here. That's what he's thinking to. And then the next three charts we've got. Sorry, the next two charts we've then got a higher time frame view, and then we've got the trading action view. But Duzman, let me hand it to you, and then we can get into it, please.
Yeah, for sure. So I was looking at that location as you mentioned, and this trade, it didn't go all the way to my target as I was hoping, but going off of what Bruce was teaching, I had a structural like a horizontal structured line as well. So
Nice.
once I entered the trade, and I also went in with double risks by accident, so I was extra conservative when it comes to my management. But I got in, I saw that the horizontal level was not breaking, and
Yeah.
then I used that as my reason to exit.
Perfect. My thought on the H4 chart, and it's more of a tip. If you've seen some of my longer time frame charts, I do add other indicators. I can see you've got let's say a volume profile on the far right. Great. Just if you've got some time, you may have done that already. Just think, okay, maybe I could add some volume bars to this. Other broad indicators that may just help your vision on that longer time frame. You don't want to turn this into a trading chart. It's not. Look, my suggestion is not that, but there may be some other indicators you could add that might sort of help the journey a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I could see the volume bars helping a lot. Like, for example, if there was a lot of volume at that box, it could mean something. So yeah.
Yeah, and the volume bars on H4 charts are a little bit quirky to start with, but you will learn what they're trying to tell you, etc.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
Should we jump into the bookmap charts then, Bruce, please? So that's why I love these charts and numbers. That's the one, page 1. It's yours, sir. I love the checklist in the top left. Fantastic.
Thank you. It helps a lot, the checklist.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the longer time frame, at least like the whole trend line that I was looking, and it shows the passive accumulation, and I wrote my key level on it. On the second chart is more so zoomed in on the location that I got in, and yeah, this is just a broader view. That's why I had it up.
And are you an afternoon trader? Because this is afternoon New York time, isn't it? Do you trade throughout the day, or is there a particular zone you like, or you can just trade at a particular time?
Well, nowadays I'm trying to do like how Shark was saying. I don't know exactly when, but he was saying he traded for the first hour and a half to 2 hours of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to focus more on that. But I'm not opposed to taking like if I see a very good trade later on in the day, I'm not opposed to taking it. But I do try to focus more so in the morning.
Sure. Yeah, and they're all different, all slightly sort of different. That's for sure. Okay, good. Love that. Bruce, have you got any comments on this one, sir, before we dive into the trading chart, please?
No, not too much, but I guess maybe for some of the newer traders in the pilot program, like Duzman has been very dedicated toward it, and putting the time in here, understanding these things. And there's something really nice here with the clarity. One, 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 one. I mean, like just really understanding the passive accumulation and getting good at that. And then he's got number 2, like his higher time frame key level. And he's really kind of watching this context and understanding it. This is, Duzman, this is great because this will help break down and you'll understand the 4 elements here much better, I think, by doing it this way, by breaking it down. So Nadia, or others. Nadia came to mind just because you're rather new in the program, but maybe this is a good start as well. Anyway, just I really like that.
And I love the discipline here. I know I've said that
Yeah,
word already, but and going sort of slightly sideways, this is another great example, Bruce. Another great week where we've got traders playing the same golf course. You know my analogy on that. So
yeah.
this line going up here, several traders, myself, would have probably taken quite a few trades already by now. But you're rightly sitting on your hands, working your way through that checklist, lowering the risk on your capital and the trade you're taking. You're waiting for that trade to come to you rather than trying out some new trades in the market. So I love that. That's really good.
Let's get into more of it here.
Yeah,
We'll move on to the next one.
brilliant.
Guzman.
Yeah, so yeah, this one is for number 3 and number 4. So the white boxes are the passive, I'm sorry, the aggressive accumulation, the trendline break, and I wasn't taking these trades right off of Bookmap. I was doing it on a trade of a chart. So I marked the entries and exits and where the stops would be and all. And yeah, and I exited right ahead of the line right there, the horizontal line.
So this is your entry here, and this is your exit
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wanted to mention?
Besides me clicking twice, which was a big mistake, that's something I need to make sure I don't do again. It did put way more fear on me at the moment than I really should have had, which I'm sure influenced the way I was making my decisions. So I think that's one thing to take away from this trade right now.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Right. Yeah.
That's it for that one, right?
That's for that one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, David, why don't you go ahead with it, and then then we'll move on to Shark D&T and trading his life.
Yeah, sure. So again, a good reiterate. The checklist is fantastic. It allows you to know when you've got to pull the trigger. That's for sure. On this chart, Bruce, we can see we've got high liquidity that's building up and up, which is sort of signaling we're likely to have a pull down, and then we're going to scoot up into that. That's for sure. Particularly as we get towards the end of the day, this trade is in the power hours, and it's in that last hour. So my mindset is you're going to dip down and you're going to go back up. I appreciate more recently that's not been the case as we've seen today. The thing I guess I'm stressing here, Bruce, is there's what perhaps Duzman can. Have you looked? Start again, David. Duzman, have you looked at other types of setups on the Bookmap videos and everything else? Seen what other trades you could
I
possibly start to expand onto?
I've seen them, but I'm only focusing on this one. But
Great,
that's what the program teaches. But I have seen them,
got it.
like the low volume pullback. I've watched the mid morning reversal one. I've watched, and the
Yeah,
others I probably haven't if I don't remember them. But
sure.
I haven't seen everything for sure.
Okay, okay. The thing I love most on this, Bruce, and I know I won't be alone in that, is the number threes, and it's those red volume bars, because we can clearly see from after lunch from 2:30, then the 3 o'clock one and the 3:15 one, broad and wide, they're getting bigger. The selling is getting bigger. Whether that be seen on a CVD. Do you ever look at CVD on a chart basis at all, Duzman? It's not
No.
part of the setup. It's not part of the setup, David. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, but those are telling me when I'm looking at that, and we all know that I love my vol bars. That's saying, okay, the sellers are starting to get a bit more of the ball in this game. So when you do break in that 4, then that is definitely an entry. I'm going to throw the mic back to you, Bruce, please.
I've got lots of things to say, but I don't want to
Spoil.
then trading his life says no, I don't really have anything you said at all. So
Okay,
I'm going to actually throw it to trading his life first. How about that?
perfect. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I got a lot to say. You would have took it all in the last one. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. First off, I want to say it's just like, wow, Guzman, wow, you've been putting in the reps and it shows.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're being patient. The way you number it, like Bruce was saying, showing that you understand the difference between passive and aggressive accumulation. You do. This was just a phenomenal job. The only thing, look how patient you were. You waited for the pullback. The only thing I have to say is, as you can see, when it pulled back to that liquidity, then it pulled back again. Look how small the green dots are. So that's telling you buyers are not interested to taking it higher. So you could have just got in a little sooner, which you got in perfectly. There's nothing wrong. But just keep that in mind. So where you can get in a little sooner and get more points out of it. But other than that, your exit was right on cue, right at the liquidity. I guess that yellow line was a form of resistance. That's why you got out there. But other than that, this trade was just perfect. I mean, you followed it very well. It shows, man. That's all. Just keep it. Just pay attention to the exhaustion. That would help you get a
Sure.
little bit more few points out the trade.
I will do. Thank you.
Then
Back to you.
that's it. Trading is live. You don't have any more.
I want to save some for the other people. I don't want to take it all.
Okay. All right. All right. Why don't we turn it over to Shark? No, no Shark. Muted.
It says it's maybe muted. Yeah.
I
there-
was on mute.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Oh, good.
Good.
Thanks.
Good.
We're good.
Duzman, I agree with everybody. Your work's fantastic. You're definitely putting in the work. From my lens, I see your entry right at what I call the minor sell-off low, which is the same area I would be looking at either to mark it in as price pulls back from that or to get in at the break of that. So I think your entry's solid. I know exactly what it feels like to double click or fat finger that extra size position. So that's not fun. I'm sure that was a frantic moment. But
Yeah.
your risk management is spot on. You got your your I guess resistance to support line drawn in there, and you cut the trade. So even though price rolls over on you, you got out of this with the gain, which is what I've said before is one of the great things about this setup is you do have options if she's rolling over. Fantastic work. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Bookmap has a really great Trade of 8 connection. I am a Trade of 8 trader myself, and the connection from Bookmap to Trade of 8 is spot on.
Yeah, I tried it out, but I'm on the global subscription, so even on the sim
Okay.
environment, it doesn't let me connect it. So, yeah,
Understood. Well, maybe something to keep in mind for the future.
yeah, no, for sure.
Anyways, fantastic work. Keep it coming, please.
What's that?
Yeah, thank you, man. We'll do.
And D&T. Is he there? He's not here. He left.
Oof.
He mentioned he was having audio issues in the chat.
Ah, there he is. You're right. Right. Okay. All right. John, welcome back.
Hello there. How are you doing?
Doing well. Doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Could you flip back to the first chart, the one before this that shows the longer time frame?
In Bookmap or the candle?
The one his larger view. That one. Yeah.
Okay.
That one. Right there. Yeah. That one. That's it. I thought it was interesting how he drew his trend line perfectly, and I agree with everything that's been said so far. I just love the liquidity coming in at 68.30. That's a heads up for me, looking at the longer term. So as this trade is trending up, liquidity is coming in below at 68.30, and that's like an aha moment for me. and that's going to get me at the edge of my seat and start looking for the rest of the process of this trade. So I just wanted to point that out. Everything else was great, executed fine. But that's really a telltale for me. I love to see that because it really prepares me for what I'm about to try.
Yeah, a comment on that, John. I mean, one of the nice things that you're extremely consistent in mentioning that, and it's great. And in Bookmap, it's almost magical in that sense of, it will show you, here are the larger players and this is what they want.
Mhm.
There's, I mean, I don't know, maybe you have some comments on this. What I note in your setups a lot of the time is once this comes in, you're interested, but you're looking for actually kind of this stuff here to get filled and then fail. Because like it hasn't failed yet, right? You're kind of waiting though and watching, and like maybe, I mean, it kind of exhausted out up here, but you really look for it to trade to the other side of high liquidity, and then something happens kind of in the order flow and it fails. Then you're looking for this to unfold. So it's kind of like from liquidity level to liquidity level.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing. Because and that's exactly what these larger players, I mean, they're putting in their targets, and while they're waiting for the market just to fill them.
Yes.
And then at a certain point, it's just there's not going to be any more buying pressure. And then the market, they'll just play the long game and just wait for it to come back down.
Mhm.
So beautiful, beautiful stuff. So that you'd be looking for some sort of reasoning up here at that point,
Yes.
for
Yes.
this move to
Mhm.
unfold.
Mhm.
Okay.
Whereas me, Bruce, so I'm the guy that's chasing it up, aren't I? That's the thing. That's why if I say
Well,
I'm struggling to talk to this chart, because I'm the one that goes north on this one.
you're the guy once this unfolds to once it breaks like this structure here, and Duzman, rightfully so, he said earlier he put in this horizontal line.
Yeah.
Once it breaks this structure here and you see all of this big volume dots coming in, that's when you're getting in.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay,
You're right.
you're telling me you want to drive it down to here, so
Mhm.
I'm going to go
Off we
right
go.
along with you guys. So yeah, which is a great trade,
Mhm.
because like you don't have to go through any pain or very
No.
little.
Well, let's
That
hope not. Yeah.
6830 level, that's when I begin looking at both sides and
Okay.
see if there's a shift in the imbalance.
Yeah,
Right now, as David's saying, and he's right to be long here. And if there's liquidity further above, which we can't see, but
Yeah.
when I see that 6830 come in along with a lot of volume where it's traded there throughout the day, that's when I begin looking at, well, is the imbalance shifting? Is the
yeah,
liquidity beginning to disappear above and beginning to fill in below? Because I see I see it all the time.
Yes,
And that's really the precursor to my trading. I want to go where the big boys want to trade,
definitely.
and that's a way to identify that.
yeah.
And time of day, that 15:30, that's 13 minutes to Europe, to the actual whole close, not European close, David, the full close. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, Duzman, a couple other things I think I wanted to mention, and we lost. Yeah, I guess D&T will be back in a second. But let's see. Oh, Duzman, like what I see in here, and this is like, I don't know, what is it, like 3 or 4 points or something, right? That you
yeah.
captured here, and
Yeah, give or take.
and you waited maybe a long time.
Yeah.
You waited for this to unfold and whatever, and just don't. I mean, my advice would be like, so what? Don't worry about it. You made a great trade. You identified an opportunity. You were there and you took it. and this thing didn't even go against you. And you reduce the risk. You managed it down to the bottom of this structure here, and you started to see this structure. After identifying these elements, you saw the aggressive sellers coming in. Is beautiful stuff. You traded it really, really well. If this happens again and you get stopped out, so what? Continue to look at these things, and it's the repetitions again, and again and again, and then you'll start to you're already starting to put this context together in the bigger picture a bit more. This is I think this is really good progress. It's amazing. You changed your behavior.
Thank,
Way to go.
thank you. Just one question when it comes to that, Bruce. Like, it's more so a psychology question, but at least recently, I've been having more fear when it comes to taking the trades. Is there any way maybe you've dealt with that before, or anybody willing to speak on it? Would be great.
Uh, yeah, I mean, from my side at least, like, um, one thing that with this program and kind of developing this program that really, really helped was the it being really strict. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. You're out. And just take the loss because you know what a win looks like. And you know what now that you know how to win in replay mode, you know how to lose. And that was kind of an interesting moment for me at least. That learning how to lose, you always hear about it, but you just take the loss, move on, move forward, put it behind you. I mean, it's not like go bury your head in the sand. Learn from it, but you're putting in reps and you're building that experience. Go back and look at it. How would you want to manage it differently? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? And that's it. There's other things as well that help. Laura, Shark, all of you guys, trade smaller. You shouldn't feel that. We all feel it, but like if it's too much, if it's overbearing, and you're going to mismanage the trade due to it, then you're trading too big. Is what I always find. I'll open that one
Okay.
up though to you guys. John, David, I don't know if you have any comments there.
Yeah, no, great question, Desmond. I probably haven't got a brilliant answer. I know I keep saying things like, Bruce, we did this on the last Webby. I'd say for me, it's just use your phrase, you're on reps and sets. It's just being someone that you trade, and you get confidence in the fact that, okay, if you've had a losing trade or the trade you've got into is not right and you can understand why, or it's just where it is in the market, you've got confidence to be able to come back and do it again. I probably said this quite a while back, and it was I mentioned David Coolin quite a few times, David and Anna, and David used to trade a lot with David. He became a pretty good friend. And I used to talk with David of a morning. He's, shed load more experience for trader than me. And I used to come to my desk every morning and I used to say with David, gee, I've got to do it all again. And he said, yeah, you just got to believe. And he says, so it's like a Star Wars thing, one of the phrases on there. You've just got to believe in yourself that you can do it another day. You can do another trade. And that would help me break down the fear. You can have a brilliant day, but you've got to do it all again. You're as good as your last shot. You really are. It's so just time, experience, and belief, and looking at how many trades you win versus how many trades you lose. How about you, John, sir, please?
John, are you there? No. Okay, we'll come back to John. Shark.
I've mentioned before, being on the quest to increase size. So I know that uncomfortable feeling In my case, I just try and increase in small increments, just outside of that comfort zone, and push, just push a little bit into discomfort to try and find some comfort in that discomfort. I don't want to trade 3 micros forever. I want to trade 3 minis and then 7 minis, and just grow incrementally. But from that experience, I agree with Bruce. If the fear is verging on overwhelming, where it's going to cause, it's going to mess with your decision making process, or bring in some unprofessional behavior, um, definitely cut the size some, and continue to work at that smaller size, and then go again with that little push into discomfort. Definitely want to hear what John has to say.
Sure. Well, Duzman, I think that if you're concerned with the risk in these markets, you're spot on. You don't have anything to fix. Take a look at today. The liquidity was horrible. Markets were all over the place. And there's nothing wrong with stepping aside or just waiting until your trade comes to you. You can scale down a little bit, but these markets are scary. So you should be concerned, and good for you. That's a good thing to recognize. Hey, listen, this is just too wild for me, and today was too wild for me. And I've been doing this a long time. So you can be dynamic in your scaling, and just pay attention to your setups. But there's like I said, I don't think that you have anything really that you need to resolve. I think your intuition is spot on, and harness it, use it to your advantage, and just say some days it's not like it was today. Just it's not worth it. That's all.
Wise words, John. Wise words.
And
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you, everybody.
well, no.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Trading is Life has something to add, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just agree with John. Like today was very volatile. So, pick the days where yesterday was a trend day. So yesterday wasn't so, where you could increase in size. And when it's not so volatile, you could just, um decrease your size. So what I do is I got that from Shark. I write, I journal a lot. As soon as I feel I'm not trading, um more of my emotion is trading instead of my head is trading, me thinking through. I just start journaling and I just stop. But as far as today was, I stopped trading. I think I did 2 trades and I was done. Because I know this when the market is like that, I'm gonna trade based off of emotion. So I just stopped. I didn't trade. I took like 4 trades today and that was it. So whenever you feel your emotions getting the best of you, it took a lot of me blowing a lot of accounts to realize to just like, okay, let me just stop. Today's not the day for me.
Good for you.
That's it.
That is extremely mature. Trading is Life, and very
Yes.
difficult to do.
Give it.
That's wow. That's because to recognize that and not have like not just fear but revenge, or like how dare the market do that to me, this is my setup, and instead you're like, look, this just isn't making sense, I'm out. Really, really nice to hear.
Yeah, I tend to I learned to find out I need to get out before I hit my trigger. Because once I hit the trigger, I'm not stopping. I'm gonna go on tilt. So I have to stop before. And I always have John in my head because every time we do this thing, John is very, very strict about risk management. So I'm like, what would John do? He would stop. So I would stop.
Yeah. These boys are developing nicely, Bruce. Coming along fast.
I
Man.
asked the same question. What would John say?
Oh,
Look at that, John. Jeez, you've had massive,
Well,
massive
Uh,
influence on these guys.
a
That's awesome.
lot of years of pain to
in
develop
game.
to that point. As David, I'm sure he has stories of crying in his
Yeah, the
sleep.
scars are still there.
Let's see. There was God, there was something else that there was something brief I just wanted to mention, and I think you kind of touched on it, John, about I forget, but oh yeah, about the confidence in your setup, like, and you put in the reps, you know your setup, and if it's not doing it, like, I mean, so basically, what it boils down to, Duzman, is, the way I kind of feel about it is like the more and more reps that you put in, the more and more that you're set up extremely well, and you know the risks involved with that setup. It shouldn't. It makes me less nervous when I put in more and more reps. And I know what I'm looking for, and I know what it gives, and then I just take it, and I don't even really, yeah, there's going to be losses along the way. Yeah, so what? And but I'm looking for those gains. Those gains will wipe it out very, very quickly. And that's it. That helps. That has helped me a lot as well.
And something, Bruce, I was actually going to ask you. I noticed you stopped or reduced your trading in your streams. I haven't watched your streams actually in like a couple weeks, but have you? Is that true? Is that right? You
Yeah,
reduced your
I
trading a
I
lot?
did, and you know what I mentioned it the other day. What basically, because I actually, to be honest, I like trading live in front of you guys. And it sounds weird, but I had this other experience with another group in Australia, and we traded live in front of people. And I was a CTA at that time, so like I could legally do that without any problems at all.
Mm.
So that was fine. Um, but what I really like is being able to show the trade management part. That's something that is lacking in most of the education I see online, and that bothers me because, like, it's like, yeah, here's the setup, and there's like, oh, you do this, you do that, and like, but like, how do you manage it? Where'd you get in, and where are you going to get out? How are you going to reduce risk, etc., and why? And the problem that I found in the webinars, though, is once I take a position, I'm prisoner to it. I can't cover anything else. It's kind of like, well, we're waiting for this to happen and that to happen. Whereas I can, if I'm not in a position, I can jump over and cover, look at this or look at that, or let's look at this market, right? And now I'm stuck. It had, I noticed that is when I stopped and I started going over the more in the education, I thought the education was better. So I don't know what if you guys have feedback on that, but I'd love to hear it. Maybe you want to see more of the live trading. That's fine. But anyway, that was the main reason, to be honest.
Maybe you could dedicate a day because you come on 3 days a week. Maybe you could do maybe Monday you do live trading or Tuesday, and then the other days you do educational. But the way you're doing it now is fine because you talk about the managing part of it. Like you said, if I was in a trade, this is where I'll be taking my TP. This is how I managed it. So kind of give us an idea of where to get in and where to get out without you actually physically being in the trade. But if you want to do both, maybe you dedicate a day to.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's liability issues as well, to be honest, on the Bookmap team part. But I'll bring it up again, and we'll see. You know what? Actually, guys, if there's anything more that you guys want to say, then go for it. I want to reach out to Lo and Robert S right now, and cover or ask if I can show your live journals. I want to show something there, and this is talking about live. This kind of nicely segues into the live trading, and also some of the psychology, and also some of the bigger picture in this pilot program, and why are we doing this, or building reps. Cool. All right, so Lo, you are good with it. So and then Robert, like I said, I have not wanted to show yours on purpose, but I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna have a disclaimer on it. And yeah, I'm serious. And let's see, and let me bring it up again here and bring in Lowe's, because Lowe, we talked with Lowe last time. It was really good, but I want to, there's a couple different distinctions. Ooh, wow, okay, you got some interesting stuff here. All right, so let's start off with and let me see, Robert, first off, did you say no problem? Okay. All right, guys, so this is going to be interesting, and I want to cover stuff like this more with you guys, and going over your journals. Now, it doesn't have to be live at all. It can be replay, it can be forward testing in demo. I don't care. It's what we gather and gain from it. And this is what I want to show here. So as you guys know, as you guys have seen, Robert has been putting in tremendous effort early on. He was like, just posting, and well, it didn't seem like it was effort, Robert. It seems like you thoroughly enjoyed it. But here, let me invite you up to the stage, and Lo as well. And then, after, doing some of his replay, he kind of got a feel for it. He jumped into the live trading. Now, this is what I want to show in here, in the equity curve. And again, like, these are not typical results, just so everyone knows that. These are good results. They're very good. And he's just trading ones and twos here. If we go to the trade history in here, you'll see, he's got maybe 2 lots, 1 lot, 1 lot. So he's this is not outrageous, and in terms of size. And what I want to show, though, is look at the average winner, the average loser. Now his profit ratio is extremely high. I'm kind of surprised on that. I was thinking it was going to be lower here, but here's his average loser and here's his average winner. So it's about 2 to 1. And look at the equity curve, right? So
Beautiful.
small win, or no, maybe back and forth, small losses, break evens, boom, winner, moves up, back and forth, here, big winner, followed by another big winner, and then back and forth, big winner. And then here's a lull and some losses, and then some winners. So this is beautiful stuff. This is what we're, all looking for.
Yeah.
This is managing it correctly, taking your losses correctly, etc. And then I want to go over to Lo, who is also doing tremendously well. And he's been putting in tremendous effort as well. So here's, and I think you're trading micros, it looks like, but these are excellent results. Don't get me wrong. But I wanted to give you this feedback, Lo. To me, it seems like in here, I've had equity curves like this many times over, where I have small win, and then you get a loss in kind of a big one. And then small win, and you're kind of building it up. To me, it looks like you're starting to make a transition here. Now, you had one big, really nice trade here, but you're starting to see bigger winners and smaller losers in here. This is, I think this is part of the evolution of trading. And I'm gonna open it up here. I'll shut up in just a minute. But I think this is important to go through a phase like this where you're building confidence. You know you can win. And look, 90% winners here.
Oh, nice.
But his average winner is 25. His average loser is 61. So this is the opposite of this one, right? It's not quite the opposite, but they're very different. And I'm not saying one is, well, we want to get to this point here, but I'm saying that I think this is a part of the evolution, and this is excellent to build confidence in a strategy that he's getting used to. He's never traded this before, and fantastic. And it looks like he's kind of turning the corner here. And now you can see it starting to pick up. He's getting bigger winners and smaller losers. So I don't know if I'll just open it up to both of you guys, Lo and Robert. And if you guys want to take the discussion further on this and how it's helped you or what you've learned along the way. Robert, maybe you want to start?
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What can I say? I don't know what to say, as a matter of fact. I think that when I switch to real money, it will not be so easy, but I hope I will manage this, and it will be something like this in future.
Yeah. So you think well, maybe I'm jinxing you here almost is what it sounds like. I mean, you've been trading for a long time. You're just new to the pilot program.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are the results of a professional trader. It's the equity curve is like this. The winners, the losers. Actually, professional traders have like 40% winners basically. They have loss, big win, and then just tons of losses, and then big win. Anyway, I thought this is where we're taking it a step further in the pilot program and going into the reps. That's why I wanted to bring this up, and we have two different versions of what's happening here, in my opinion. Robert, no other comment? And if
Yeah, maybe I will tell you that I've got some experience, but the Bookmap is something quite a different tool for me, because first of all, I've got the setup. I really have to obey the rules. I did not have the rules. I had the feelings, and I was playing, and sometimes my equity curve was like lows one, that I could make, let's say, even this 90 or even more percent of profits. But unfortunately, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's that I was keeping the losses. I was keeping sometimes and I was looking at my profitable trades, but one of them was somewhere, and after sometimes few months of waiting, my account has been decreased very, very much. So now I changed my mind. I always used stop loss, sometimes bigger than the other guys, because often there is no problem for me to put stop loss like 50 ticks or 20. I don't have my own way of using stop loss now, but in the statistics, the program helps me to find my own statistics and decide how to use it. So I feel fresh, but I really like the system. The first strategy is like, I don't know how to say, but I see it You were mentioning that night that somebody recognizes the steps. I simply see it. I don't have to look. I don't even have to look for these things. I look and I see. So my goal is to go with you for all of the setups and look at the chart and say, okay, in this moment I take this setup because it's everything is filled. In this in the other moment, take the other setup. This is my goal. And meanwhile, to do the management properly, and I think we are on a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds great. And Lo, why don't we hear from you? Like any kind of comments? Because yeah, I'll just open it up for you.
Does my mic work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Hi guys, hi everyone. First of all, I would like to say something about Robert, because we spoke and speak a lot on Discord, on the private messenger, and he is really good at what he is doing, and also the equity curve over here on the live account shows that. Of course, in my defense, I would like to say that what happened over there on the right side, where you can see my account, this was done on a live and real money account. That's why I'm trading micros. And this was done in 1 day of trading. If you look over there, it's on the 13th and all up to the 14th. So this was done with micros in 1 day of trading, and was done taking I was completely stupid. If you look at that day, I was continuously trying to take the opposite side of the trend and trying to find the mean reversion based on the TLBA setup, but it never worked. So that's why I never made a lot of profit. But I also got small wins, because I always go with 3 micros in and I scale out. For example, I scale out one, then I scale out another one at the other pivot, and then I keep one running, exactly like I will do with a normal ES contracts. Yeah, this happened in 1 day. After that, my trading statistics plugin didn't work anymore, so I don't have anything to share anymore with you guys. Also on the replay mode and anything, but I'm still doing that. I'm still putting in the reps, and I'm trading my live account also, but only with small with the micros.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I thought this was over more than just a couple days. But I didn't I didn't realize that, because there was so many trades in here. I thought, oh yeah, he's been putting in, like, and I've seen the content that you've been creating. So I thought this was over weeks. But yeah, you're right. Anyway, like I just wanted to make a comment here. It's not a criticism on you. It's more about just what Duzman was talking about in terms of building confidence and taking reps, and even the small win, like a 3-point win, 2-point win, like if you can do that consistently, that's huge. Now get into like reducing the risk, waiting for the better setup, etc. I just wanted to mention that, because I thought this was an interesting contrast between the two.
Yeah, sure. I understood. I got the idea, but I just wanted to bring my take on this, and I would like to add something more, if it's possible.
Yeah, sure.
If you look over there, the most of my trades were shorts. The market was going down in that day, and I was continuously taking scalps on low volume pullbacks towards the downside. I mean, the low level. I was trying to short the market, on a pop which was on on low volume, and I did that, and this worked fine. What didn't work fine were the longs, which I always tried to find the moment that they will go to the upside, but they never went, because it was a clear downtrend forming, and this happened, I think, until even on the 14th. I think the market recovered or something like that. I must look, but this is what I remember, or not even on the 14th, no, on the 15th, on the 16th a bit, and then 18th. No.
Well,
Still going down.
It's incredible that, I mean, this is also showing not only like, building confidence in things, but incredible management here. If, it's going against you, yet you're still taking money out. And that's another thing that I think this is showing. So your risk management here is super strong, is what it looks like to me. If you guys have something else to add, I'll just turn it over to David, and then we'll start the discussion there. If you guys have some comments on this, because
Yeah.
Shark and Trading His Life and DMT and John have all partaken quite a bit in this pilot program.
Yeah, great. I mean, this is fantastic, Bruce. Well done, both, and other traders that we're not showing at the moment. This is fantastic. These tools, Bruce, they just are. I think back, like I was talking about my stuff with David Coolin, it was really old phrase of sort of David Blake and a fag packet, Bruce, to sort of working out how well the trading was going. This is phenomenal. But it's I'm going to pull the same thread again. It is about, I know it states the obvious. It's about building that confidence, that faith in your ability, and this graphic representation is where you learn from it. Back to that journaling, back to, if Jack was with us, he'd be on about doing the replays on the weekend and picking what you got wrong. Those little nuances. Was it, dare I say, an act of God? That why, as you said, Bruce, why the trade didn't get. You did everything right, but it just didn't happen. That's it. So tick. I'm building off. I say that's what I did over the years. As we all know, I started out full time. That's the phrase. Nearly 10 years ago. Sitting in the same office I am now, and there were days when it would get pretty black, in the wrong sort of sense, not black on the P&L, but it was just through analyzing and realizing, picking my setups, but a key thing for me on this was learning the setups that work for me. Like you may have noticed when we were talking to Duzman earlier, and I was, as you know, Bruce, there was trades all the way along there that I'd have been taking, but I appreciate they're not in the pilot program. They're not on the checklist. So learn what works well for you. And I did that. I went through that journey of trying different assets, whether it's Forex, whether it's other commodities, whether it's the Dow, whether it's ES, to what I found was better for me. And that was a lot of weekend work. That was a lot of the phrase we're using tonight, a lot of those reps, those different sets, and working my way through. So I found how I would play my best game with what I wanted to do. And that's what I've sort of stuck at it. And these tools are great for them. And your confidence will come. It will come. And Bruce, when I joined you guys doing this, I'm going to say a year ago, doing the academy on a Thursday, there's nothing wrong at all. If you can come to this market and take 3-4 points out of the ES, or double that maybe on the NASDAQ, you can make a living doing that. You really can. If you can do that consistently, sure, Tom would remind us of the commissions we're paying, but you can make a living doing that. And then you'll just, as you're saying, Bruce, you'll just go from getting maybe 3 to 4 points. The next time it's going to be 5 to 6. And you will get there. You will get reps. John, help me, please. I'm rambling already.
You don't need any help. The one thing that I would say, one thing that I've done over the years, I still do it, is on the weekend around here when the house is quiet, I'll pick a day and bring it up in market replay and trade it again. And independent of anything else, same speed, same everything, sit there and trade it again and compare my results. And doing that, it takes the money out of the equation. It takes the money off the table, so you're only looking at the trades and the trade setups and see how it compares. If it compares to your satisfaction, then you know it's kind of a check. Should I be trading or not? Should I be trading less or more? That kind of thing. But I always use that as a qualifier. How am I doing? And it goes into more than just P&L. How am I doing in terms of trading my plan? And so take the money off the table, trade it in simulation, compare your results, and then adjust accordingly. But this is great stuff. Yeah.
Well said, sir.
Yeah. Let's see. Trading's life. Before we take any more from you.
I don't know. No, I mean, I don't really have a comment. Just again, what John said. I usually like write down the days that I don't do too well on, and then on Saturdays my trade back day, and I just retrade that day over
Good idea.
and find out and see what I did wrong and see what's the outcome and understand for next time when I see that the market gives me that opportunity, then I would know how to trade it. So that's about it. I mean, replay, back testing, that's huge. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Let's go over to DNT. I don't know if he's not up on the stage. All right. There he is.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, not sure what to say. Man, these guys are the greatest of all time. That's for dang sure. I recommended once in the past that if we had an account, or if let's say we had an account and we take that one trade, and that's the only trade that we take, then we don't have to like tweak our journal or anything like that. We can basically leave every trade in that journal. We don't have to like add trades or remove trades, because every trade will count in that journal, whether it's a mistake or not. And then you look back at your mistakes, and then you write down what errors that you made, and then you come back the next day and try to like focus on those errors. So like I recommended it once in the past, where like, let's say like if we just focused on one trade, let's say for like a month or 2 months or something like that. Well, it kind of makes it easier to like keep track of, like, because our whole journal basically at that point is going to give us a real P&L. It's going to give us a real like curve of what we're actually like looking at. And so if we like, I think I heard it was low, or I think it was low. He was saying that he was trying to trade. I don't know, but like if we stuck with one trade and not deviated, then we'd have a good representation of like what that trade actually looks like on the P&L graph. Yeah, it's something like because I before when I was trading, and when I first started trading, see, I started as a new trader, what, as Bogdan would say, starting wide. So I started wide, and so I was taking trade after trade after trade, a continuation trade, a long trade, or this trade and that trade, but trying to like actually go through and organize them uh, objectively was really difficult. But if you only have one trade, it's a lot easier, because every trade you take in theory is supposed to be that one trade. And so you don't have to like take trades out of your journal or add trades into your journal to like curve fit it or anything like that. You leave it as is, and then you judge all your trades, based on the trade that you're supposed to be taking. And it makes it a lot easier to kind of like actually prove it to yourself as a trader, and you prove it to yourself over time. And when regime changes happen, like like this past couple weeks, you see your equity curve start to decline or something like that, then you can stop for a minute and start to like analyze on a day by day basis, obviously, but on a week by week basis and then a month by month basis. So like as like your equity curve, if your equity curve starts to go down and you notice that there's a regime change in the market, then it's a lot easier to track that and adjust and make adjustments to your trading plan as you go on through your trading career as well. So just some things that I kind of wanted to note.
I think we've lost Bruce.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me
sure
now?
y'all can hear me.
We can now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry guys. I was just going to say, like, originally in development, I requested that we have the ability to delete or move trades around because we want to build a subset for study. So DNT, like if it's a live journal, well then, I mean, some of the journals you cannot do that. Not all of, you can't move them all. You can't do that to all of them. But some of these though, like if you, let's say you take a different setup in this journal, you want to move that out. And you want to move that into a separate journal for that separate study or setup. You guys, I just want to mention that because you guys have the flexibility to do that with this tool. I don't know if other journals actually do that or not, but we wanted that. Then let's see. I guess I just turn it over to Shark. He hasn't said anything yet.
Fantastic work, guys. The pilot program is a grind, and we do that for a very specific reason, and you're definitely putting in the work, and it shows. I agree with John 100% about replay. I draw a hard line between learning mode and performance mode, and I do that because I used to try and learn while performing and perform while learning, and it created a lot of problems for me. So my 90 minutes or 2 hours when I'm in the market to perform, I'm not concerned with learning. I'm concerned with performing. And while doing so, I have a result oriented goal. When I come back in to replay, that's when I'm going to do my learning. Like John was saying, did things come out the same because there's no risk on the table. That's where I'm looking to improve my execution, which is the difficult part of trading for me. Bookmap's replay feature, it's just fantastic for that reason. And yeah, that's what I have to say. And keep up the good work. The journal feature is amazing. I tend to have issues with it, but that's my own fault. I get into trades and I don't click it on, or I don't click it to the right journal, and then I go looking for stuff. Is what I need to do is just get rid of some of my journals. I ended up creating too many. But good work. I mean, it shows in your equity curve, whether it's replay or live or simulated live. I mean, it shows the work you guys are putting in. And keep up the grind.
Yeah, nice comment, Shark. I mean, this is something like it is a grind, and it should be. Casinos grind it out. That's what they do as well. They're playing the odds, the probabilities, and it's a grind. They're not always going to win, but overall they're going to win. Both Lo and Robert have been, like I said, have been extremely active in the pilot program, and look at the results, and look at the, what they've learned and what they've taken away here. So the path is there, the tools are there, if you guys want to do this. I just want to commend them. Like, they really good work, you guys. It's really great to see.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you. And thank you, Lo. So all right, let's move on. Let's see, who else do we have here? We've got a lot of people actually today, and we've only covered really one, and that's okay. We'll on here. On, just want to move these around. Okay. Okay. See who else is in here and who else do we have. I think you're still up, David. Like we got to go over. Who do you have next? You have oh, you have Daniel Rue. He's not in here though, is he? I don't believe so.
David went away. He said he comes back in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, David stepped out.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll wait. We'll cover someone else at the moment. And let's see, who do we have here? Okay. Oh, both you and Moby for some reason had David or Daniel Rue. And okay, so well, Vinny couldn't make it tonight, but he did put this together, trading his life. So let's if you remember this one, you want to go over this one? Are you there? Trading his life.
Yeah, I'm here. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at it.
Okay. There's a couple, I think, in here.
Oh, better.
Yeah, so basically, this was a low volume pullback trade that I did. You guys can hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you can see, the trend was going up.
Here, this is where you got in.
Yeah, I got in after the pullback.
Okay. Yep.
After there, and then I got out at the next swing, which was the next liquidity.
Up here.
Yes.
Okay.
As you can see, it was going to upswing. Then I got the impulse move down, where you can see. Then it went down. Then it started going back up.
Yep.
I know you don't like mentioning, so I won't say. You know, the CVD winner took a.
It's okay.
You know, yeah. So you know the CVD confirmed that buyers were stepping in as a taking over. Well, this is the buyers was already in, but the CVD just confirmed that the buyers were still in control. I'm sorry for lack of a better word. The buyers were still in control after that impulse move to the downside. So I just took I just got in, trailed my stop loss, and I got out at the next liquidity for a few points.
Got it. Yep.
That's basically it.
Yeah, this is a beauty. Trading his life, like this is it. It's this is the pullback could have happened in this whole zone in here. You're waiting, you're watching. CVD is going to be divergent. You can just see, look at all this volume here. Even though it traded high liquidity, right? It pulled back, and then you started to see volume come in again, or exhaustion. It looks like on a little second leg here, maybe, and then you're looking for those buyers to come back in and pull it up to this liquid.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Bruce. I said this all the way wrong. I got in at the bottom.
You got in here, and you got out here, right?
I got out here, then I re-entered.
Then you entered here again, and you got out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, that was clear.
Okay.
So, but your low volume pullback is great. I mean, this is it.
Okay.
And you're you'll see this so many times along the way. Like there might be a little one in here. It's not very good, but there's also kind of a little one in here. This one's much better. Even though it pulled almost all the way back here, still it's on lower volume. And you can verify that down here. And then you're waiting for that buy volume to come in. It doesn't really pick up until about here, really. Anyway, then it just pushes straight up into it, and it's a nice one. So you're doing great on this, and I haven't even put any materials together really on this. It's guys, I'm so sorry. Like apologies, but like, look, it's just been really busy, and we're building out that pilot program. So it looks like nothing's happening there, but there's a lot happening. Don't worry. And I will be spending a lot more time and effort in there soon. I know I keep saying that, but like new things come up and then it takes my attention away from it. So we're getting there though. And this will be the second thing to go over. And then Duzman, like, you see, look at, here's your, this maybe even took this one. I don't know. But you'll start to notice these things in here along the way. And you're looking for your trendline break accumulation, or maybe this is better here. And then, your structural break, and then take some off at the swings. And then look for it. Now, I don't know if this was a higher time frame level or whatever, but what I'm trying to get to here is like overall, you'll start to understand this context in here, and you'll start to look for that transition from buy side to sell side aggressor, and it didn't really happen here. So that would have kind of kept you out of this. The only aggressor that you really see or cluster is here and maybe a little bit here. Where I'm going with all of this is not in circles, but to show that all of these elements in here that you are studying will work in other things. It's understanding the market context and the order flow. Anyway, enough said. David, please help me out. David. Okay, John.
Sure. Excellent work. The CVD, I used that a lot in the past, and it was a great learning tool as to how to process the volume bars at the bottom of the main chart. And it allowed me to synchronize what's going on with the volume. And then I was able to disconnect from it because and gain that real estate on my screen. Especially after a market turn, takes a little bit for that CVD to come around. In fact, going from 11 o'clock up to 11:10, the market's coming up and CVD is still red. They used to mess with my head a little bit. So, but if I look at the volume bars, they're all green. And that gave me a little better indication, a better feeling for what the market was doing without having to process red or green and direction, and perhaps even a bit of a lag after a turn. So yeah, I really like the way that guides your trade, the volume bars. So I would encourage you to see if maybe you can synchronize your eye and really focus on those volume bars. I think you will find, as I did, that that there may be enough on the volume bars to guide you. I'm not saying to change anything. It's just that it's a lot of real estate that you're giving up on your screen to see that. When to me, I can get the read off the volume bars, but it was outstanding work. Really good stuff.
Thank you, John.
Does that make sense? Does that make
Yeah, it
sense?
makes perfect sense. I look at the volume bars as well. I
Oh
just
yeah, I
didn't.
know you are. I know you are. It's just that I used to find that somewhat like a duplication, to the point where I just said I can solely look at the volume bars and get the information that I need. And when I did that, I never went back. And that's all I'm saying.
you know what? When I started the program with Bruce, he didn't want none of these things on there.
Yeah.
So I kind of got disconnected to it with the CVD and the VWAP. And for some reason, I find myself gravitating back to it. But yeah, I'll pay more, but I do pay attention to the volume bars.
I know you do. Yeah. Yeah. So you just ask yourself the question, what is this giving me? What information is this giving me to take up a third of the chart? And my answer was, well, I can get what I need off the volume bars, but well done. And that's what the magic behind those delta bars that we plot. I mean, they really do clarify what's going on, at least in my charts. Huge. Bruce?
Yeah. Thanks, John. Let's see. I don't know, David, if you're back, jump in. If not, let's jump over to Shark.
I like your re-entry as sellers petered out there. You stacked another 5-6 points on the trade at what we could almost call that little pullback there. I like that a lot. Your charts look so much better now that you opened up the vertical axis. Thank you for doing that. And I gotta say, you have come an incredibly long way in a very short amount of time. You make an old man proud.
Old man, you're
keep
no old
up
man.
the good work. Keep up the good work. You're doing great.
Please don't bring up the word old.
Yeah, where did that come from? Let's see. Trading is life. Anything more you want to add, or would just move on to DNT or
No.
No. Okay.
No,
DNT.
next month it's gonna make a year since I started with Bookmap. I did my first post.
Really?
You have come a long way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fantastic. And in the great thing is like just building over time. You're building your confidence tremendously, and then what's following that is your P&L.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're totally on the right. I mean, it seems to me you're on the right path, and your attitude is great toward it. Your psychology, or these other things that you're learning along the way. You went deep, and now you're starting to kind of go wide, like Bogdan had said. And the other thing that Shark Bogdan also talked about, like performance mode versus learning mode, I think, which was another great thing. We got to have him back on. It's been really busy here, getting toward the end of the year. Let's see. DNT, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Hey, okay. Hey, did you take did you try to trend line break on that first?
No.
No.
On this
I
one,
always-
yeah.
Did you-
What is this one here? Yeah, I was curious.
I always have my trend line there, but no.
So I was curious if you missed the trend line break in accumulation and then saw it base.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, TNT. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think you answered. I think you know what I'm trying to say. I
No,
was wondering.
Yeah, but it
Go
didn't itself because it wasn't no passive accumulation there. I didn't. So I went with the low volume pullback strategy instead.
Really cool. So it's like compound. It's like a compound where you missed the trend line break in accumulation, but you're able to see the transition still play out, and then you're playing on that transition through a continuation trade, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's beautiful. Because I'm looking at the day, and it does look like it drove down, right? And then it reversed on a trend line break accumulation, and you didn't.
Yeah, but if you're looking at the day, but look at the passive. The passive accumulation wasn't there for the trend line break, so that's why I didn't go for that.
Very cool. Very cool. I like it a lot, man. I think I'm gonna start vetting this trade. You know, you started vetting it, I think, at a perfect time because that's when the market regime was really starting to transition out of like this consolidative phase into like a more breakout phase, like more volatility. And with that more volatility, you get a lot more like continuation. And I think you transition to this trade like at the perfect time. And I was still stuck on this mean on, you know, like knowing when and how the trade, like to utilize which trades, you know, and I really like, you know, if you were patient and you didn't waste all your arrows taking, you know, shot after shot after shot out on a trend line break accumulation, but you were patient and you let it play out, but it didn't fit the trade that you want, it didn't fit the criteria that you wanted, but then it did play out anyways. Well, you still waited and you conserved your arrows and you were able to use those arrows on your continuation setup. And that I think is just like, it's so wise because uh you know, we can overtrade just one setup thinking that it's going to turn, or you know, you have this fear on the other hand where if you're not trading it, you're going to miss it. I'm going to miss it, and then you miss it, but you have this other trade to kind of uh take that fear away, and you know how to play it out, that continuation, that reversal, or how to continue that trade even higher. It's really cool.
Yeah, like Bruce says in the webinar, you know, they're refusing to buy the top, but they keep buying the dip. So I'm always looking for that low volume pullback. So another thing is
Very cool. Hmm.
I listen to Bruce's webinar at least 3 times a week. He posted I join in the live, then when he posts it, I listen to it because when he posts it live, I'm busy trying to pay attention to the market and him. But then I listen to it maybe by like he doesn't Wednesday or Thursday when he doesn't do lives, and I re-listen to it again where I can really focus on what he's saying. And then I do it one more time in the weekend. I go back and listen to it again. Plus, with the course he has, market mechanics, that's like my Bible. I listen to that course at least once or twice a month. And then he did another one on. I had sent that one to Rob as well. It was 1021. Those courses are like my Bible. I go to those courses every time I'm confused about something. I go back and listen to those courses. That's all I want to say.
What's the 1021?
That's a webinar you did was October
Oh, October 21st.
21st. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I sent that to Rob as well. Those are like saved. Like I go to it that and the market mechanics, the whole 3 course. I go to those. I do to that at least once or twice a month. I listen to your webinars once, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but definitely on Saturday again,
Wow.
just to refresh my mind and see, okay, what did I miss?
Boy, your wife must hate me.
No, she's at the gym during that time. I do that when she's at the gym.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, DNT, I mean, yeah, actually, the comment is to DNT. DNT, don't worry about missing on this low volume pullback. This thing happens all the time. So you know, you'll be able to transition into it at any time. And it's just kind of the nature of the markets. After a big impulse move, it has to kind of take a rest. At minimum, it has to take a rest. At You know, maybe you get some profit taking, maybe you get some people going the wrong way, and there's just not enough. And then you'll see the buyers come back in on the other side and look for the squeeze, look for the push, look for the more buyers to after that rest, and the market's, you know, taking a little bit of a breather. It will start to pump again. So don't feel like you were left out on that at all. You'll be able to take this like if you wanted, you could take it hundreds of times a day. It happens that frequently. So you will see it on just about every move. in my opinion. But yeah, and this is great here, like how he's getting another kind of puff out of the cigarette, or this kind of Warren Buffett saying, like, there's still kind of a little bit left, and look for that one more move up into that high liquidity, and he gets out perfectly here. So yeah, good stuff there. Let's see. Did we go over everybody? Did everyone get a chance to say something on this, or did I leave anyone out?
Go back and look at mechanics.
The market mechanics course, yeah,
Yeah,
that was back
love that course.
in 2017 or 18, but we get comments that it's outdated, but it's evergreen, so it's still,
It's
very,
very
very
relevant.
valid.
It's very relevant.
Let's see. Hold on a minute. All lost. Okay, so David, you back? Did you have any comments on this? I guess David's not back yet. All right. Low or Robert as well. Start with Robert.
What can I say?
Whatever you like.
Hmm. No, I will not comment, but I like it.
Okay. Okay. Low. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah. I, as far as I understand, on the first entry, there was a low volume pullback, and yeah, it's. I see the confluence between the bid liquidity and also probably that this setup was turning into TLBA short, and from my point of view, I do not understand the last entry, which was around 11-12, which for me looks a bit dangerous, because first of all, there was liquidity building down targets, and I see the market slowing down towards the upside. So this I would pass on. And exactly like you said, there are pretty many opportunities for this type of setup. So I think the best way to take this setup is to maybe in before the TLBA forming, much before, when you take the long
before or much after. I
Yes,
mean, you're looking. The TLBA is a reversal, and
yes.
this is a continuation. There's no doubt about it. So it turns into the continuation. I mean, I think just to kind of very quickly try to illustrate it here from the Learning Center. I know you guys have seen it a bunch of times, but it does illustrate it. First off, new course by Robert Rother. If you guys haven't seen it, so really good stuff. And what I wanted to show was, oh, not this one. Hold on. This one. And this reversal here, this head and shoulders. It's just like the how the TLBA or a reversal turns into, as it took time here. Actually, the trend line would have broke here, and then it turned into a horizontal break of structure here, and then it worked. And then what you're looking for is the continuation pattern after that. This would be your low volume pullback, right? So it broke the structure. It accepted above this structure down here. It accepted above that. It pulled back, retested, but failed, and we find more buyers here. That's the setup. Now, this can happen at any time in the range. It doesn't have to happen right here. It may happen another time, which would be, hold on. So here's your kind of reversal start, or your structure. here's your break, here's your pullback, and then maybe it breaks again up high, pulls back again, so, and then there it is again, right? So it could happen here, it can also happen here, and then you probably even get another one. It might even happen here, right, for the low volume pullback. So just very different, though. We're in a trending environment now, right? And that's going with the trend. So I don't know if that helped answer any questions or clarification, Lo.
Yeah, sure. I also had the trade posted on the group last week. Yeah, unfortunately this week I'm not trading that much because I'm in Cyprus and I'm on holiday, so I'm doing it for one of my laptops.
Wow,
Yeah.
that must be like for you. That's going from like a IMAX theater down to like a television set, with your amazing desktop setup. Okay, so all right, let's move on from that. There is one more here, trading is life. I actually wanted to get to Nadia, if you don't mind, unless there's something really quick in here that you saw that you want to go over. I mean, this is your trend line break accumulation, basically. Well, here's your structure break, and you see the aggressors, and writing it down. So let me jump over here. And guys, there's something I wanted to mention first was that for those of you, I mean, you may be coming to this event or this webinar, and maybe we're not covering you. And the reason being is because we're covering those that created content and put it into their spreadsheet. And it's really simple. All you need to do, I mean, like, here's DNTs, for example. All you have to do is copy and paste your Discord link over here and then put it into the chart or the spreadsheet and put your date here next to it. That's it. You can very quickly do this, every day, and build up this. And you can get Bookmap for free once you start creating quality content that meets that threshold of one per day. So if you guys are interested in that, go do it. All you have to do, you're doing the work anyway. All you have to do is copy the link and put it into the spreadsheet. That's it. And then we'll cover you as well. So Nadia, for example, I don't think that you have been doing that. So you're coming here, but I'd like to invite you up to the stage and more often. But come on up and we'll go over this trade with you. Are you there? Yep, you're still muted, Nadia. DNT, the chart you just posted is something I wanted to go over as well. So hang in there. We'll go through it.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah. You're next. But I wanted to get to Nadia just because she's been.
No, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see her work. She does great work.
Yeah, she's put in the work, and let's see if
she has great questions too. Like the questions she asks, like she knows what questions to ask, and it sparks good discussions. So I really like her work.
Yeah, exactly. So others in the audience right now, Matt, you've been doing awesome work. I haven't seen it in the spreadsheet, so haven't gone over it. And then Mark Hugh, you were also looking to come up here on stage, but I don't see anything from you. Anyway, you want to partake in it, and then start posting maybe in the Academy room or in the pilot program room as well. Okay, Nadia, still can't hear you, so I don't know if we I see you're muted still. There's maybe in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see your name, and then the here, see the mute button right here. Maybe you have that on. I don't know. All right, well, then we'll jump over to DNT. Nadia, anytime, just let us know. Just say, hey. DNTs. Got a couple here. DNT. Oh, yeah, this is the one. So might as well go over this one since you already were posting it. Take it away, DNT.
Okay. No, oh man. So I just posted this because I was replying to Trading His Life, and I was trying to think of I was trying to look at the day and his entries that he was taking. And you know, this was a pretty big impulse up. I have a chart here that's not really that's a little bit different. I'll post them in the
Okay, do you want to go over that one instead of this one?
we could go over both. So like we were talking about kind of like what the impulse might look like on
This one?
you can take if you can see it on this bookmap chart that you have up. You see the cluster to the left, and then the impulse up is so big, it's so expansive that it breaks that whole structure to the left, and then you get that slight pullback back into that structure, and that's where I took that long setup right there.
Okay. So this is the chart you just posted in the chat room now tonight.
Yeah, so that's good. That's fine.
Okay.
And this is fine. This is good. You can actually see if
So
you were to draw like a
this is
rectangle.
that's your entry there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And if you were to look to the left, you see the structure, the large structure to the left, and if you were to draw a rectangle over it, you can see that that impulse went it was so wide it even went above that structure, and then it pulled back into it. If you go to the next picture in the chat that I have there, you can see it as well because I actually outlined the structure on this next image that I posted in the chat.
God, in the chat tonight.
Yeah, right under the one I just posted.
I don't see it.
Right under Lowe's. Oh, and it looks like Lowe took this trade as well, he says. That's kind of funny. So it looks like we were all on it. It was pretty good trade.
Okay, so this one here is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a bookmap chart, but I actually outlined the structure that I'm referring to in the rectangle to the left, and then you see like the impulse up broke that structure and then pulled back. So we were discussing like what an impulse might look like. There's a bunch of different ways you can look at it. You know, you can look at it through the rotations. You can look at it through if the impulse up was like a break of the structure, like there was such a move up that it broke the structure and then it pulled back into it, and then it left. It went up. It expanded higher after this. And so, and I know Scott Polsini, he uses like the 5-minute ATR to kind of gauge impulses as well, but it has to be like at a key level and it has to have stop sweep or something. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways like different people look at it, but I mean, this is kind of just all I was really trying to show with this chart here is all.
Okay.
And it's funny because Lowe took it, I guess, and who else? And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put a Notion file together of everyone else that took this trade, but I couldn't get around to it before today. So that's my apologies. But it's pretty funny that Lowe took it, Trading His Life took it. I wonder who else did.
Okay. Yeah. Just you know, if I think we should. It'd probably be good if we maybe we're maybe hashed out what we consider an impulse move. What is an impulse move? So we're clear on the definition, because you say you're seeing impulse moves within ranges or different places, and like for me that, well, it depends on the time frame, but like to me that's not an impulse move. An impulse move breaks structure on volume and moves pretty quickly on volume and moving away from a previous structural area, and to give us insight, like so for example, even this here is an impulse move to the downside, right? Because it broke this structure here, and is there a lot of selling here? Not really, not much in the kind of bigger picture here. This would be an impulse move here as well. However, as you guys can see, what happened here. High liquidity, it failed as an impulse move. It did not accept lower, and look where the buyers come back in above all of that selling in here. So it's I'm just not having any luck today with the drawings. Once it gets back up above here, and then you start to see some of that volume, like if there can't be any more selling, this impulse move, it's still an impulse move, but it failed, and it traded into very, very high liquidity, and then see the buyers come in, and then we're getting an impulse move actually now, breaking this structure into the upside into here, and maybe it made it up to here. It looks like it probably did. I don't know, but that's what I consider an impulse move. I don't know if you guys have any comments on that, but I just want to be on the same page when we talk about something. No comments. Okay. Let's see. Oh, DNT. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that was my fault. I accidentally clicked the wrong button and then it exited me out.
No
Okay,
problem.
well, thanks for clarifying that. That's helpful. It's helpful to see, because there's a bunch of different ways you can look at it. So it's nice to get to see that. So I appreciate your explanation of it.
Let's see. So anyway, there's something really nice in here, DNT, some really nice things. First off, I always comment on your markups. They're really clean and clear, and I think that's fantastic, and I think it's only helping you visualize and clarify these trades for yourself. I like this higher time frame trend line. I love this trend line. You were very disciplined about it. You saw that these three lined up. Here's a fourth, here's a fifth, and then it broke. Because a lot of us were looking at like more aggressive ones as well, and depending on your time frame. But this one worked. It just did a structure in here and it broke down, and it totally failed. And you were here to nab it. And this is your training, and you got in here. This is just it's beautiful. You waited for a bit of a pullback, maybe a high volume node, or somewhere around in here someplace. You nailed it, and you trailed your stop up, high liquidity, and took it off at the top of the range up in here. This is in my mind, this is picture perfect. This is what we trained for. Way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Just wish I had more lots on, right?
Well, no, don't worry about it. Like I mentioned before, and what you heard about, like John and David and everybody talking about their trade management. And they're getting emotionally involved in it. Like, you'll get there, and if this was like, hundreds of dollars, it's going to be, in a matter of not too much time, it's going to be, several hundreds to several thousands. So don't worry about
Right.
that. Yeah. Just keep doing this. And beautiful trade management too. I really like it. Turn it over to David. Are you back?
The
No,
real post is Steven just posted it in the chat. He sent the post just now in the chat. This one I sent here was it was pretty much empty on this chart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. But Steven just reposted it here.
Okay. David is lost. Yeah.
Yeah, David's lost.
Okay. Then
Ask for Hooters.
Right.
John, jump in, please.
No, I agree. I don't have anything to add here at all. Very well done. Following the liquidity with great targets. No, this is very nice work. Yes, indeed. No, sir.
Then let's see. Shark and trading his life. Do you want back up on the stage?
Like you said, Bruce, textbook. Just yeah, it's just really great trade. You can see what Matt calls it a stop run and reclaim. Bruce called it a failed impulse. To me, that's a 2B. I know Slow would call it a Wyckoff spring. The market is fascinating. We all see it through our own lens, and we're looking at the same thing. And I think that's the beauty of the team environment that we're building in the pilot program. We can all see somewhat through each other's lens here. When we're looking at the same thing, we can learn from each other. Obviously, we all learned from John. That's become apparent. It's a fantastic program you built, Bruce, that we're all working in. I just
Yeah.
wanted to say the team environment that we're creating is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It is. Thanks, Shark. I really appreciate it. You've been such a big part of all of that, and posting and helping people in there. And you'd mentioned it earlier. I really gravitated toward what you had mentioned after your experience with Axia, and they said, look, community is a huge part of this. If these traders walk away and then come back later, made a bunch of money, then they walk away and they come back later, they're kind of lost. They kind of lost their edge. So
Peter, the head of the Cypress floor, and Alex actually posted a video about just that yesterday, the team environment. I'll grab a link and I'll stick it in the pilot program channel
okay.
this evening.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I'd love to see that. So it's a huge part of it. And learning from each other. I mean, like there's so many things just in this chart alone. D&T, your trade management. It looks like, yeah, you did get out some here. Beautiful, even better. So you got out some right here, right? Reduce some of that risk, and then you just trailed this thing up, and you got taken out just at the top of that range there, and then you trailed your stop up here below. Where did you leave it? Below the swing here, right? And that's again just beautiful. This is just beautiful management, and this I'm just imagining comes from the experience you've had. And after doing this so many times in replay, I would say this might be a little too aggressive.
Bit too tight, yeah.
I would say
that
like
You've got good volume there. You've got good volume on the volume bars. I think it's perfect.
there you
Right?
go.
As soon as that volume gives up, you want to get out. So no, I think he's on.
Yeah.
Right, Bruce?
I took
Well-
that same trade, DNT, Tuesday the 18th. We took the same trade.
I think I would comment or say, John, I think you're right of like probably the better indicator is watch your volume. When this dries up, then get out. But I just have maybe in the past, like, I keep it here, or, it's a little too aggressive. It hits me in this little zone in here, knocks me out to do, this.
That's
And
yep.
so I like to give it a little more room. I don't know. It was something I learned from Richard from Axia. He said on these, it was at all-time highs and breakouts, and he's like, give it a little bit of breathing room. But I think I like
Yeah, and you know
John,
me.
your idea better of, like, if this volume down here starts to dry up, or you start to see big sell bars starting to come in, it's telling you something.
Yep.
So why even wait for a stop down here? Why even wait? Just get out.
Yep.
So I think that's a
And
great rule.
you see those rectangles that I have there. Those are sweep zones that I have there. And I was waiting for a volume event to occur so I can trail under that volume event like a sweep. So I was trying to trail under a sweep, but there was no sweep on this move up, and I I really couldn't trail properly. So that's why I kind of just threw it there. And then the other thing is this was such a sharp move up. It actually set up another trade, which is not on our roster, but one of the things I really like about the line break and accumulation is it's a really good trade up to that VWAP and mid area. And if the trade really breaks the VWAP in mid area with an impulse and then pulls back to the mid area, it kind of sets up another trade in itself. But that's kind of why, like, my targets are usually at the VWAP and mid, kind of like how Trading is Life does, kind of.
You just described a low volume pullback. It goes to the VWAP, and then it pulls back in an impulse move. Then it shoots right back up. That's the low volume pullback you just described.
Wow,
We'll go over
that's
it
beautiful.
soon. We'll go over it soon with you, DNT. I'll have more materials on that. Don't worry.
Excited to see it.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. Let's see. Again, DNT, like, the more I see of what you're doing, the more the feeling I get that you are mastering this and you're starting to understand context extremely well. Like this move here and this failed breakout or breakdown, look at all of this liquidity, and look at all this liquidity that got filled along the way, right? And all you need now is the structure to be broken or tested, and then you need and you have it here with the diagonal, which you waited for, and then you're looking for that aggressive accumulation, and you can clearly see it in the chart here. You can even see some of it starting in some of these little pockets, right? But here's where it really starts to pick up, and that's where you actually wait for a pullback. This is like a low volume pullback here, basically, and you got it on the pullback, and then you wrote it up. Beautiful. So this is very similar to hold on, back to that learning center. It's this, right? It's basically the same idea. This would be your low volume pullback in here, but this one's just is kind of similar to that, if that makes sense.
Really cool. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, thank you. I'm really trying to scale down my trades and stop trading. It'd be nice, like, just to I'm over trading, so I'm really trying to go the opposite direction lately and just waiting for quality setups. And I was doing better when I'm waiting for quality setups. So thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff to see, really. So yeah, really, really nice work. Let's see, guys, have I forgotten anybody here? Any comments?
Low
Anyone else wants
Low
to make in
posted
here?
his trade.
Okay. Nadia, were you able to get your mic connected? Would love to include you here. And because we're seeing good work, and like I want to, give you some feedback if possible. No? Okay. On.
Hey, DNT, I just want to say, based on what you just said, do you give yourself a set amount of trades per day? Like for me, I used to trade, then I tend to be like 15, 16 trades, and even when I'm doing good, then towards the end of the day, I tend to give back all my profit. So now what I do is, whether I'm doing good or not, between 5 to 8 trades, I'm done for the day. I gotta start because I'm really, really starting to be real strict rules on myself because I'm seeing that I'm starting to give back. And then once I start giving back, I'll give back a whole week of gains. So, and I notice between 5 to 8 trades, I make enough for me to be content. So that's what I do to keep me from over trading. I just be like, all right, between 5 to 8 trades. And that kind of slows me down as well from forcing trades because I know, okay, I'm already at 5 trades. I only got 3 trades left. Let me slow down and wait for my A plus setups before I just do anything and just waste my other 3 trades. So just a thought. That's what I do to keep myself from over trading and giving back my gains.
That's perfect because that's exactly what I was trying to do as well. And that's I was commenting to Duzman in the chat about fear. He asked about fear at the beginning of the chat of the stream today. And fear, there's so many components to fear. And if you look at it, like if you have a quiver of arrows, you have 5 to 8. Let's say I have 5 arrows. And if you have a clear idea of what you're looking at and you look at it in terms of probabilities, um, you know, you you have a certain amount of arrows and then you use those 5 arrows, but you want to make sure that you have to know like how to use them. You have to know what you're looking for and you have to know when to use them, because like so it's and not every trade is going to win. Like there's no way to beat the fear, but what you just said I think is what changes that fear, is what alters that fear. So I do completely agree with you, and I really want to keep going that route, because today I didn't really go that route and I overtraded and I ended up in a loss today. So I know exactly what you're talking about. If you wait for those A plus setups to set up and you have a certain amount of arrows and you're hunting, you're sitting there patiently waiting for it and just wait for it to come to you.
Like I never
So I
looked
like
at
that.
that, but yeah, I have 8. When I start the day, I have 8 arrows, so I have to choose wisely, especially if you waste them on not A plus setup. So, and I'm really, really try to stop. I stop. I just get up and get. As soon as I lose, whether it's a win or not, I just get up and walk away. Because if I try, if you stay there, because what I used to do is stay there and be like, okay, I'm done. Let me just try to watch the market. Before you know it, you win another trade. So I just
Mm-hmm.
walk away immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been doing, and it's actually been working for me and keeping me from giving back gains. And
Yeah, it's great. Great. So like knowing what you're looking for, knowing what your targets are, and kind of setting your risk management, or you're setting your risk properly, and then just let the trade work out. It's a lot harder to do that when volatility is so high. But yeah, I know what you're saying. It really changes the game when you look at it that way. I agree. So thank you for that input, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think another thing, DNT, that I think is helpful for me at least is the more reps, the more training, the more I look at it and I go, I don't even want to waste my time on that. On this setup, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look that good. Why do I even want to get in? Because it'll probably go against me for a bit. It might work out. It might be, we just don't know. But it's like, do you know what I mean? Like because
I know exactly what you mean.
because
That's why I asked
you
you.
know this through your experience. And you look at some of these things and you go, yeah, you know what? Nah, it's just not worth it. I'm antsy. I want to trade. But you're like, no. I'm going to get caught in this. An hour might go by. It's going to be painful. Why do I want to put up with this? I'll just pass. I'll wait for something better.
Yeah, because we can see trades everywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
the
point.
more it goes back to like what I was saying before. I think the more that you know your setup, the more you know how to take the loss, how to manage the win, and then also how to just like say no. It's not worth it. I think that I find it helpful.
100%. That's all great
Let's see.
input.
Shark, do you have any comments on that? And then we'll move it over to Lo and Robert if they have any parting comments.
Yeah, maybe I will tell you something that it was very big structure, and I was looking for something horizontal, and it would be difficult for me to find something horizontal. But I saw the trend line, and the entry was quite close. But later I have also noticed the up the trend line up, and entry was just a few seconds later. This structure was very small. You were talking also about the low volume pullback. Now I can see that I have to look much more for details to see such a thing, because in this situation it was very nice and good entry, and maybe I wouldn't do this so precisely, or I don't know how to say, but I was missing this horizontal structure. The structure was very big. The stop loss, I like the stop loss very, very close. Generally, I would, for me, I would say, oh, should I put the stop loss over all of the structure, or maybe it's too big, so where to put it? And I like the solution he made. So this is my comment.
All right.
Very volatile. Yep.
Excellent. Thank you, Robert. And Lo, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I would like to add something that people said before. First, the idea that he stood on his hands and he took the best timing he could have taken, because normally you drew a trend line over there by 10 o'clock, let's say a more aggressive one. I would have taken that, for example, but I don't have the patience, and this is what I have to learn from the people. And also, the key take from this, and also can relate to this, is the fact that don't overtrade. My biggest losses were in days when I made a lot of profit, and I gave back the profit plus a whole much more, because of over trading, and because you get cocky maybe sometimes, because maybe you think you're invincible, and you continue to take trades, and even if it goes against you, you know better because you earned so much in the last trades. And this is the key takeaway from my point of view.
Yeah.
We need to have a competition who can trade less.
Hey, Bruce, I have a suggestion. Since you're speaking with the developers, maybe we could get a risk management add-on where we could set a daily loss limit. since I didn't get my calendar, maybe I might be able.
Yeah, I brought this up actually like a year ago, maybe more. Being able to set like a daily loss limit, lock you out. That was just for starters. There's a bunch of different things you can do. Can't move your stop, or whatever it might be. But I will do it again. Development is extremely impacted, and simple things can at this point they can take a while. So no promises trading is life, but I will definitely mention it.
Give me the
Yeah,
And
password to unlock it. Trading is life.
it automatically liquidate your account once you hit that threshold,
Yeah.
or you can't move your stop loss. That would be big for me.
Yeah.
Like Lo was saying, you start making all that money, the profit, then you get cocky. You be like, oh, let me move it. I made enough money, and before you know, you done gave everything back,
yeah.
and then some.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bruce,
Yes.
also for the developers, I don't know how much it would help you guys, but it also Robert said something today on the group. I don't want to. I don't want to propose exactly that, but it would be helpful to have a measuring tool, like for example,
I
like the
know.
box which you draw, and that should tell you how many ticks
I
they are.
I've actually requested this like multiple years ago, many and many times since. So it might be on our roadmap, Low. Again, I've been holding my breath, but anyway, I'll readdress these concerns to the team, but I'm not holding my breath. Sorry. It's just they're just really busy, and they've got a big long roadmap in front of them. But these are all great ideas, though. Really good.
No,
I,
maybe I will tell you that my proposal is already solved. So maybe I will tell the other guys. Maybe you don't know that we were talking about the stress because somebody is playing is trading micro and somebody is bigger or smaller amounts of money, and I suggested to play in not in money with to look at the trade in points or in ticks, and this solution is already available. So in the chart we can switch to points, and all our life we can only earn points, not and lose points, not lose money. So later it doesn't matter if you put 1 or 30 contracts on 1 point, you always earn points. So this solution is available already.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like you can put that into your chart. Where is it? In here with the
It's right click on this. Yes, somewhere on the left side, and right click here. Oh, here.
yeah,
And
P&L and ticks, P&L and points.
yes,
So
from today, it will be my favorite way of trading. So I will not earn money because, when I start to earn regularly, let's say 20 points, or it doesn't matter how much, I will earn points daily, weekly, monthly. Even psychologically, if I lose some points, I do not lose money. I lose some points. I earn points every day. So it will be, it will help me a lot. So nice feature.
yeah. There's been some other things. Well, it's not about. There's another trader who really wanted this, so we this was some years ago. to look at the liquidity heat map, or at least the current order book, in terms of percentage, right? So maybe this is something also that because he didn't care about looking at large numbers, he just wanted to know percentage of the visible book. So this is what's visible, right? If you zoom out and you put something else in there or zoom in, then the percentage is going to go up for that other area in here. I don't know. I don't know if that it's a different thing, but I also, it just reminded me of that. If you guys want to kind of desensitize yourself to the number of contracts and look at maybe percentage. So anyway, let's see, guys. Any other last comments here? If not, we'll wrap it up. We'll call it a day. We're already 20 minutes over, almost 20 minutes over our time. So good session, and thank you everybody. Thank you guys for all this great work, and it is really great to see the progress and the performance. So keep going, keep working it, and we'll meet up next week. Thanks everybody.
I'll see you tomorrow, Bruce.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Trading This Life.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Later, guys.